All right, you're still watching TVC Breakfast. Now let's take you all the way to Kwara. Now the crisis within the Kwara State APC is deepening ahead of the 2027 general elections as divisions from the party's primary elections continue to widen. Rival factions are staging separate rallies, exchanging accusations and calling on the party's national leadership to step in before the dispute worsens. Now, while the party leadership insists reconciliation is underway, aggrieved stakeholders warn the internal rift could weaken the APC's chances of retaining power in Kwara. Now, a reconciliation committee has now been set up to rebuild trust and restore unity ahead of the 2027 elections. Joining us for this conversation is an APC chieftain, Sir Ben Duntoye. Good morning, sir. How are you doing? Sir Ben, good morning. How are you doing? How is it going? All right. Okay, I'm sure you can hear me. Okay, this is not the first time
very clear.
Okay, this is not the first time we're seeing a lot of confusion when we talk about, primaries. Oftentimes, it's either one person is not happy, another person is not happy, and then it turns to a dispute. And this is not the first time we're seeing this happen in APC as well. But I want you to take me through this one that is happening in Kwara. At this point, what do you think can be done ahead of the 2027 elections? Because we know that elections is around the corner. And if these disputes are there, how are we now able to make sure that APC will get the seats, in Kwara State? So I just want you to start off with this for me.
Yeah, thank you very much. Basically, what we did now in Kwara is some kind of understanding, everyone agreeing that, of course, we have a problem ahead of us, and we need to sit on a round table to discuss. I don't need to go so deep in explaining where we're coming from, because I know you even know better than me. Your introduction to this program, I mean, when we're about to start the conversation, says it all. For the want of time, basically what matters now is peace, is reconciliation, it's unity. Like the APC have always been in charge in Kwara. We have always won elections. The people of Kwara have always trusted our party, and we have never failed them. And for those that make this happen, if there are issues among us, I think the best thing we need to do is just to put some trust in and talk within ourselves. To me, personally, I think it is a family affair, which I believe that very soon we are going to come out of it.
Well, we keep hearing phrases like family affairs when it comes to politics. And I need to point this out, that there are some family affairs that end up breaking the family, all right? Are we looking at a situation like that in Kwara State? And while you're answering that, you should also give us a sneak peek of the original problem. Why was it created in the first place?
Well, before that, I think I need to let you also know that I am in a group called the Kwara APC Peace Initiative. And the idea behind our group is to independently and voluntarily, come together to look at how we can solve this problem. Of course, a lot of us have one or two issues, grievances here and there, because if I want to be sincere to you, when you have a very big and large family, a big party, of course, there are meant to be issues from time to time. So what the Kwara APC Peace Initiative tried to do is to, ascertain what are the root causes of the May primaries of the party in the state. Then also we try to engage stakeholders on a very neutral ground. Then we try to restore confidence, peace and hope among our people. Because where the real problem starts is where the confidence is totally lost. Yes. When there is distrust, the house wouldn't be able to hold together. So, and also we discover we need to hold our unity cohesion. And we try as much as possible to talk to our various stakeholders, to at least try to step down on this, our regular, media fireworks, and I think that also worked a little. We've been talking to our members, letting them realize that, all this crisis, by the special grace of God, we're going to resolve it. And we should do everything as much as possible not to demarcate our party. That is still the platform that we're going to use for election after the reconciliation. Right. But there cannot be peace and unity if each of the aggrieved doesn't have a platform to express, their grievances. So, and we commend the state party leadership for the constitution of the APC Reconciliation Committee under the chairmanship of Colonel Lawal, and we believe that the committee should be given a chance.
That's right.
Like you are trying to ask, because there must be a platform for everybody to meet and discuss and resolve our issue.
Most definitely.
So let's give that a chance and see what happens.
Right. Sir, don't worry, or Chief, I will call you. Political transitions are always tricky, but what we are seeing in Kwara right now is, beyond the usual pre-election friction. Let's try to contextualize this particular matter, because we are looking at a massive, unprecedented coalition. People who are coming together saying that they do not want who the governor had, installed, according to them, as the successor, as the standard bearer for the APC in Kwara. So we have like 3 sitting senators, over 10 governorship aspirants, House of Representatives members, and founding party elders, all standing on one side saying no to the party's chosen candidate, who is Speaker Yakubu Danladi Salihu. As an APC chieftain, because I'm wondering, how do you think your party, realistically intend to win a general election when the very machinery, funding and grassroots structures controlled, by your 3 senators and federal lawmakers are currently putting in an exact word? Are you not heading for a political suicide come 2027?
Yeah, thank you. We are very, very much concerned, and you have to break down the issues. Imagine a party where you have, I think, about 16, aspirants, running for the office of governor. And all of us, of course, we know that there's only one office of governor. We have about, I think about 16, also 15, between 15 and 16 people also jostling, for 3 senatorial slots. We have about 70 people, party members, jostling for 6 House of Reps slots. And about, I think even more than 150, for the 24 House of Assembly seats. You see, for those that are aggrieved, sincerely speaking, they have their reason to be, because this is a democracy and everybody has the rights of expression. They have their grievances, and I think for those of them which you have reached out to, they do make good points. They do have very good reasons. And we cannot afford to let even just one person, be a deviant or decide to leave the party. That is why we feel that the Kwara APC Peace Initiative, which we champion independently, try to bring everybody together. Everybody is important to win election. Winning election in 2019, winning election in 2023, 100% from top to bottom, as is often been said. It requires everybody. Even the local, our local supporters in the wards, they are important. So we can't afford to do that. Moreover, when you have very strong ones, agree for that matter. So the point is that there must be a meeting point where all of us must agree to talk.
Yeah.
We will give we should give the peace, the reconciliation committee in the state an opportunity, and also at the national level too. It will be a very good thing for the national party leadership, to also look into the issue around Kwara, to give more confidence in the process for our esteemed members. So the great thing that I want to also know is that Kwarans are very, very proud of us, and they are just waiting for us to solve this problem. And I believe that by the grace of God, we are going to solve the problem, and we will return back to our winning ways.
Okay.
Sincerely, it's going to be a family affair. We're going to solve it, and we're going to come out even more stronger.
All right. But sir, you're still with us. Can you hear me? Okay, all right. So now
Yes,
I
it
just
can.
want to ask you this question. People will say that this matter, you're speaking about it as though it's just, nothing. But when you really look at it, the crisis is way deeper. Now, when we talk about this, peace initiative, it was ascertained so that, there's going to be peace and tranquility, and also so that APC can regain, its position in Kwara State. But then again, when we talk about the person that is the standard bearer, it seems like a lot of people, do not agree with that person. So you are taking the case lightly, but people are saying it's quite deeper than, what you're saying.
I'm not coming from the angle of trying to take it lightly, but as somebody who belongs to a group that is trying to bring peace among all sides, I don't have to come on the television, to begin to talk hard on any side.
Yeah, but you have to explain to us what is really going on. What is the situation report? How are things? Let's not make it look good. If it's bad, it's bad.
No, I said that when I started. Of course, we have our challenges, and what I'm trying to say in essence is that we need to give the reconciliation process a trial, a trust. When people have issues, when there are problems in a house, you need to do your housekeeping. That is the point I'm making, that there is a process that I've started. We need to give that a trial, and also to ask the national to also come to this. Like I mentioned, we've been talking to some of our members, some aggrieved stakeholders, some of our youth, some of our women. We've been speaking to them, and that is off camera, and through visitation, sometimes through conference calls. All that we need to do is to persuade them to come down. Politics is deep, and of course it's a game of interest. So when it has to do with people's interest. So the point I'm making is that we all need to come to a round table to discuss. We cannot continue to say, wow, it's a big problem, and we keeping it as such. We have to find a way to break it. We have to find a way to sit together. We have to have a way to trust the process that is going to bring us together.
Absolutely.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Right. Let's take a step back to 2019, where the APC swept, into power in Kwara on the back of the historic, Otoge. And then you see, I think it is still APC talking about Otunya or kind of a thing. I'm not exactly sure. But the Otoge movement was very, very effective, with the bid to dismantle godfatherism, embrace inclusivity, and give power back to the grassroots. Fast forward 7 years after, we are having a G15 that are saying, listen, that coalition that Governor Abdulrahman has now run a totalitarian system, sidelining the very elders and stakeholders who built that 2019, momentum without genuine consultation. How do you think the party can defend the APC against the growing public perception that, listen, the party has become the very thing that it fought against in 2019, replacing the old political hegemony with a new form of unilateral godfatherism?
Yeah, the only way out is what we've been talking about, is about coming together. The victory in 2019 was achieved through unity, through every one of us coming together. Like I said when we started, everybody is important. Everybody is important. We need to come together. We need to trust the process of our meeting. Like I said, the part of the party too and the governor too is there. They also have to be more open. The governor is the father of all, and the father too should be ready, to listen to the children. Why all of us to come together, to discuss our issue. We cannot repeat the 2019 and 2023 victories in a divided house. So the most important thing now is this crisis must come to an end for us to continue to win. We must come together to dialogue in trusting each other. We must come together in a trusted platform where everyone will come with sincerity of heart, and if they need be, there might need to be give and take. There might be need to look at some of the processes that have taken place to look at it holistically and move forward. But like I said, we cannot win election divided.
Oh, that is definite. You definitely can't win elections divided. But my worry is that why was the APC in Kwara laid back when the problem was being created in the first place? All right? And because we have only 2 minutes for you to respond, what would you say to the people of Kwara State as a member of the Peace Committee? Okay,
fine. I think you are right. I think there was a kind of delay on the part of the party. A situation whereby you have about 16 people jostling for governorship, a good number of people for Senate and all of that, and all these people eminently qualified. I think the party was slow, before putting together its reconciliation committee. They allowed some weeks. Maybe immediately after, maybe that will have helped to improve the situation we have at hand. And on my advice, I want to talk to our people that peace is everything. Let us agree to come to a round table. You don't throw away the baby with the bath water. Yeah. We need to come together. Yeah, exactly. To talk, to dialogue. Let's genuine reconciliation process start. Let us return back to our winning ways. And I want to say that the Kwara DNA is APC. People love APC in Kwara. They trust the APC. The APC has been a performing government, both at federal and at the state government, at the state level, and we should continue in this direction. So it's one APC, it should be one Kwara, and it should be one goal. Let us all unite to make our party return back to its winning glory.
All right, but quickly before we let you go, just very quickly, because you said it's a family issue, but oftentimes we see families that go through divorce and never come back together. So I just want you to tell me, scaling it from 1 to 100, what do you think, is the reconciliation? Do you think that we looking at 70-20 or we are looking at 90-10?
Yeah, I think it would be nice if I preempt the Kwara APC reconciliation committee that has been put together. We should allow them work.
No, but if you believe in it, what do you think? No, I'm asking if you believe in it, what do you think? Do you think that they'll finally come to a conclusion?
Oh, yes, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
I believe in compromise. I believe in compromise. I believe in give and take. If that is what is going to solve the problem, we need to look at that. We need to make everybody comfortable. We need to protect interest. It's very important. And we need to work together as one.
Yeah.
And I believe it is very achievable. Sitting down together is the most important thing. We need to agree. The sides should come together and agree going forward. And I believe it's not going to be very difficult.
Okay.
We have been far apart. We need to sit together and agree to continue to work together.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. This was our pleasure. We can only wish you the very best, and we'll see how it goes. Probably have you on the show again to speak about the outcome.
Thank you.
All right.